spanking on that industry in the United States. So it's not just a problem of obtaining, from abroad the things that America needs. It's also a problem of continuing to find markets for American products abroad. So this is truly a dangerous game that the United States is playing with China.
So in closing, Dimitri, give me your summary on what we're going to see in the West Asia region in the next few days to weeks, and will what you see in the few days to weeks bring about an even faster decline of Western hegemony?
Well, I'm sad to say that I think it is likely that there will be a resumption of the war of aggression on Iran. I mean, it never really stopped. The infiltration of Mossad agents into Iran for the purpose of stoking violent domestic unrest, that is an act of war. So it actually didn't stop, but it's going to heat up. I think that's the most likely development that we're going to see in the weeks and maybe the next few months. And I think Iran this time is going to, and it's said explicitly, it is, even if the attack comes only from the United States military and Israel is not involved, it will retaliate by striking Israel. And it's going to strike Israel very hard. And what I'm most concerned about, what I think we should all be concerned about the most, there's a lot to be concerned about here, is that the leadership of Israel has proven itself capable of anything. There is no atrocity it is unwilling to commit. And if it feels itself to be threatened existentially by Iran's ballistic missiles, it could very well resort to nuclear weapons. And I wouldn't even exclude the possibility, because this is how dastardly and evil these people are, that Netanyahu would like to provoke a devastating ballistic missile attack on Israel so that he will have a pretext to nuke Iran. What we're talking about here is potentially a nuclear conflagration. I'm not predicting that will happen, but I think it's a realistic possibility. And so people should bear that in mind when they think about whether they want to become engaged in this whole issue. What we need to see right now is a massive peace movement in the West to put a stop to this war of aggression before it spins out of control. It could become nuclear, and then all bets are off for all of humanity.
Yeah. And then closing, as you brought that up, I thought about the meeting that the foreign minister of Iran had with the foreign minister of Pakistan. And after their meeting during the 12-day war, they made it clear, Pakistan made it clear that if Israel used a nuke on Iran, then Pakistan would retaliate with nuclear weapons. And I think Pakistan is the fifth largest nuclear power now, or the fourth largest nuclear power now. And that says a lot. So this thing could escalate regionally. And I believe that if war takes place, it will escalate regionally because, again, the foreign minister and diplomats and even the head of the IRGC and the head of the regular armed forces said that if America attacks this time, they will go all out and they will hit every center where America's bases are, and all nations that provided cover or provided aid, they're going to do it this time. So do you believe that? And with that, you can close out.
I'm not so convinced that Pakistan will do something. Those reports, I saw them as well, Rashid. I'm not sure that they're accurate, that the Pakistani government made an official statement to that in that regard. But it's certainly possible that Pakistan would feel threatened and resort to nukes. I wouldn't exclude that possibility. I don't think we should exclude the possibility of this going nuclear with other nuclear powers. How are China and Russia going to respond if they see, Israel use nuclear weapons against a country that is important to them, an ally of theirs, important to their own protection, their own economic health? Certainly that's the case for China because it wants to be able to access the oil, and Iran is strategically situated vis-a-vis southern Russia. But just the mere fact that Israel, that is so closely tied to and supported by the United States government, resorts to nukes, is going to cause the Russians and the Chinese to become extremely uncomfortable and concerned. How they'll respond to that, I don't know. I mean, that kind of a development could spin out of control in many different ways. And we have to do everything possible as people of conscience to prevent that from happening.
Thank thank you, my friend. Thank you again for another excellent show. And everybody, please check out his podcast. His program is excellent. I mean, excellent, especially when you're talking about him on the ground. He's on the ground everywhere. Reason to Resist. Go to his website, subscribe, like, and also donate, because it costs money for him to do what he's doing. Support independent media. Thank you, my friend, and I'll talk to you later.
Great pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Everybody, listen, we've had Dimitri on the platform. I just got a message from Scott Ritter. He's trying to see if we're going to come back at 12:45. I don't know if that would be suitable for him, but I just got it. So he's asked me, was I free today? And so I'm telling him at 12:45. So keep yourself watching the platform, because if that's okay with him, we'll probably do a show in about 45 minutes to 55 minutes with Scott, if that's okay with him. If not, he'll probably give me another day and a time. But I just got, that's why you saw me looking down. My phone went off while I was talking to Dimitri. So I want everybody, listen, to remember this. Before we go off there, remember this. Always remember this. Please do right by others, not because there's some material gain to be had or some accolades or something to be had. Do right by others because it's the right, the humane, and the godly thing to do. Because even when no one else is watching you, remember that God Almighty is watching you. And before I say any more, please hit the like and subscribe button and check your subscriptions, because they keep unsubscribing people, and I can't do anything about that. But you can by continuing to watch and continuing to subscribe. So on that note, know that, as my mother would always say, God sits high on the throne of power, but he looks low at the actions of men. Man, I miss my mom with everything in my heart, man. I'm telling you this. So I love each and every one of you who loves truth, but know that the love that I have for you will always pale in comparison to the love that the God of freedom, justice, and equality has for you. Until we next speak again, stay strong, stay true. But above all things, remember this one thing, because it's the most important thing: to stay righteous. Hey, mama, your baby boy loves you more than life. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Remember to check back shortly. Deuces, everybody. We're out of here. Peace.
Told you to walk away. That was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the